And we're back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live on this beautiful Corona-free day. Today is Sunday, September the 19th at 9:33 in the morning. How are you doing? So, freedom. Here's the thing. Without getting into too much detail, basically, I haven't had a car for almost 6 months. I had a really great friend. Thankfully, I was allowed to borrow his for like 5 months, which is like, or 4 or 5, whatever, it's huge. And then I've pretty much been completely without a car for the last month or a few weeks, whatever it's been. It's been absolutely freaking, it's been the worst. And I feel like I've been in like my own prison. But the reason why, just being honest, my wife, she dinged up her car, but because of Corona, pandemic, and there's like a super shortage of car parts. It took like 5 months to get her car fixed, and there was a couple small minor repairs. So it took a couple weeks after that. And she finally gets back tomorrow, and I am thankful beyond recognition. It is such a weird thing that if you're not in a place with public transit that's readily available and stuff like that, first off, if you're taking Ubers to get everywhere, which I have been, it burns a freaking hole in your pocket, okay? Number one. But number two, how dependent you really are to get from not just point A to point B, but to get food, do personal errands, or, I mean, my wife works so far away. When she gets home, it's like 6:30 at night, and most places are closed. So I don't really have any option. I have to anyway. And yesterday, not to get into it, but yesterday was a really, really long day. I had to make some minor repairs on my own car while I had access to it because hers is still in the shop. But anyway, freedom. It is such a good feeling just be able to go and come and do what you want because you're making responsible choices. You have a car, or maybe you have public transit, and you can just go. I feel like cars nowadays are in a lot of ways like, this may sound kind of weird, but I'll say it, like a free thinking idea machine. Because as you can see, I'm talking and I'm paying attention to the road, but I'm making this video. But I also make a lot of my phone calls when I'm in my car. I get a lot of good ideas, and I frequently like to turn music off so I can just sort of open up my thoughts and just sort of dial in and get relaxed and just sort of meditate as I'm driving from point A to point B. And as I said in a prior video, there's something really interesting that happens when you're driving or doing whatever, and you're in complete silence. And you're not really thinking about anything, and then you just sort of subconsciously start to open up, and you get all these cool thoughts, and you do all sorts of cool problem solving and stuff like that. But yeah, having a car to me is so essential and so important because I can do all these things and more. One of the biggest, doing comedy and whatnot, comedy is a whole cycle. And I remember one of my biggest learning lessons as far as comedy goes was during the pandemic, the height of it, right? I was just doing a lot of writing. And I was building off that writing as though what I was saying was funny without testing it first. And then I got booked for a random show. And I hadn't done comedy in however many months, right? I mean, out loud, in person kind of a thing, right? And my whole set, it was a 15-minute set, but it was a roller coaster. It was up and down and up and down. And I learned so much from that because I was building off of a false foundation. I was building off the narrative or the premise of basically what I was doing was good, and what I kept doing was also good, and then I just kept building off of it, but without pressure testing, as I say frequently for whatever it is that you may do in sports or idea. Pressure testing is essentially trying out your scientific theory. Whether you want to call it common sense or a new idea, you got to test it out. And without my car, especially when I was borrowing my friends, I didn't really want to go to places and have his car potentially be hit or something. Because I drove it to an extreme minimum after work hours. It was pretty much just like grocery stores and stuff. And then even just probably the last like 2.5 weeks, I've been without his car and my car, because I get his back. I had mine for like a week, and then without getting into it, my wife got a few more things that were legitimate things that they were supposed to fix that they didn't correctly. The insurance company, when she got a little kind of fender bender kind of a thing, and these last 2 weeks with absolutely no car at all, no errands, no nothing like that, has been even worse than the 5 months of, well, I guess that makes sense. I just said not having a car at all is worse than having a car that's somebody else's. But what I'm saying is that the whole level of suck just got even that much worse, right? Because in addition to not testing out ideas in comedy, at least in my friend's car, I would go to like a public place. If I would see someone like exiting a store or something like that, I could try out an idea or like a one-liner or just something like that. But yeah, so anyway, it's great to be free. It's great to have freedom, and I'm so thankful to be getting my my car back, which I'm driving now, but I'll have it back fully because she'll have hers back tomorrow afternoon. What else? There's one more thing. Or a quick little update. Oh yeah, mentioning cars. Shout out to car companies, by the way. Actually, you know what? I'll do the reveal, but basically I'm getting a new car in a few weeks, and I'll do a full reveal when I get it. So my car currently has no navigation, so I have to use my phone as I'm using it right now. So the good thing about having my new car is that it'll have navigation, heated seats. My car has heated seats, but just because I'm getting a new car, I'm not going to use it for no purpose. I'll be doing exactly what I was doing before, but it'll be a lot more reliable because I'll feel more confident to do like longer distance trips, comedy shows in other states. And right now my Accord has about 250,000 miles on it. So I just want to be in a situation to where if I travel a long distance, I'm in a reliable new vehicle. And I love my car. I do. I wouldn't even get rid of it, but I just don't really have space to have another one. But I will be getting a new car. What happened was basically before the pandemic started, you know how like 2021 vehicles come out in like 2020? It's so dumb. Like the next year's vehicle model, that's what they'll call it, but it'll be in the year you're in, which is weird, but whatever. So I was kind of on a list to get a 2021 vehicle in 2020, but 2020 is when the pandemic hit. But I was on the list like late 2019, just to make sure I would get one. And, it would have been about more than 18 months just to get a car. And my wife, she went to a car dealership the other day just to maybe do like an exchange or what's it called? Like she would sell her car and get a new one kind of a thing, exchange, trade in, whatever. And there's only 2 cars in the whole lot. There's apparently a huge car shortage, which is just crazy because now more than ever, it just shows even better reason. Not just how much research I did, but how great it'll be to have something which might not be accessible for that much longer. New cars, who knows what's going to happen with cars, because right now it's really scarce. I'm able to sell my current car for like almost twice the value that it normally would if cars were more available. So anyway, with that being mentioned, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. I'm thankful to have my car. I'm thankful to be able to go out and do things. And I'm really excited just to be able to get things the way they were. So as always and always, I love you all very much. Y'all have a beautiful day. I'm Benja Welldone. Check me out. Freedom. Peace.